Hmm. How do I look it up? It's only the Demon Slayer, right? Wait, what is it? Demonic Lancer?
It was Demonic Lancer, yes.
Exclusive to that class?
Well, that version of it, no, the package was not exclusive to him. It was a package for all the classes at the time.
This one here, I found it. Arthurian Knights.
Yeah, I'm actually using, look, are you in, the Avatar Market channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually
This
using,
one.
yeah, I'm actually using it right here, the cloak, but I'm using a different cloak.
Different color.
I have his black breastplate, Kures. Yeah. I have some of this stuff. I picked up some of it.
Mm.
Oh, wow. I actually use the same hair he does. That's funny.
I heard your in-game DMs go off, and I looked at my DMs.
What does he want? What's the price for Aura? Royal Package Aura. I'm not splitting it, is that what he means? I really want to play Medic now. I think I'm done with making classes. Like, I can't keep up with this many characters.
Well, you're doing too much in too short a time from
That is
just
true.
starting the game. You need to dial it back, find 3 to 5 classes you really like, focus on them, and then slowly expand your roster.
Yeah. Thing is, I didn't really want to make a fighter class, but there's an event going on, so
So
it
then
is what it
don't.
is.
I don't know. You're letting yourself get FOMO'd by an
It's
event.
not that, it's just it saves a lot of gold with all these events. To
I
have
don't
like
know.
a
I
decent
wouldn't.
character.
Yeah, but like you got to think. You're not really like. I don't know. My reasoning is, events are nice, but there will always be events. I wouldn't
That's true.
stop to think. I wouldn't stop to worry about event. Kind of hyper maximize it for efficiency. That's how you burn yourself out for fun. Like that's all you're doing is speed running, burning yourself out.
It's usually how I play my games, to be honest. Then I move on to another one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe don't this time around and just take a game slowly and naturally.
Yeah, the only way that's gonna happen is if DFO suddenly becomes a single-player game.
Just like here, you know what I did with my event, with my event fighter Alex.
What'd you do?
I grabbed the character that was at level 90, my F-Grab. I got her to 110. I opened the plus 12 box as a staff and sent that to my summoner.
Did you reinforce it?
No. I just have a plus 12 on her. I don't need more than that.
Fair enough.
One, I don't swipe for this game as you do. Two, you have money but no value to it. But no value to it or ability to stretch it. Like, you don't need plus 13s or stuff like that. My plus 13 on my M spin
Well,
is...
I mean, this is the same guy who said he wanted to be top 10 buffer when he didn't even know what any of the buffers were yet, or installed the game for that matter.
Hey, I was the one that told him to stop doing neutralize F-Sater, so I know. Anyways, look, I can't tell you to play the game my way, but I can tell you how to how to go about anything in a way that won't critically burn you out. And
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd say let the event pass. Go, you know what? It's cool, but remember, what are you actually gaining out of this event? Not much. Think about it this way. You're gaining a character that's not even going to really be able to pull their weight in a raid at the end of a cap. Just wait. I mean, and if there's an F fighter you really and truly dearly want to play, that's a different thing. But if there's not, then just go and take a little bit off your plate. Go, no thank you, restaurant. I do not need to eat all this. I will be bloated.
I think just getting it to 110 is fine as well.
Just, yeah, look. All that's just my advice is an event character is just that, an event. It exists while the event's going on. After that, it's whatever you want to get out of it, whatever it can do for you. But I'd go, okay, I've got characters, what's 3 to 5 of them I want to walk on, and then you slowly incorporate more. Also, bit of advice. 2 to 3 DPS per buffer, depending on how good your buffer is. There is no, by the way, there is no 4. Just 3 if your buffer is really good. That is usually a good ratio of DPS to buffer, so that raid trains and statics have a satyr supply. And pubs too.
Pubs? What pubs?
I said pubs.
No, I said, yeah, what pubs?
Well, Freecom, you don't get pubs because you look like because your raids look like a crack den.
Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to get at. It's like the pubs might as well just be statics at this point. In name only. Like, anything but name only.
Oh, also Freecom. I did something today.
What?
Me and Neo I took Metal along to to some Bakal raid, some friends of mine.
Oh yeah, I scrolled past that, yeah.
So, there you go. I went and I helped Metal. I helped your I don't know what he is to you, but I can tell he's something.
Oh, he's a source of entertainment. That's what he is.
I thought he was a pet project or something.
Or that too. We can call him that too.
I mean,
Wait, if you take someone to raid, do you still get that reward for that newbie thing?
it's only for Moo. It's only for Moo. Bakal doesn't.
Oh, Moo raid only. Okay.
Yeah. No, Neo was like, hey, Neo hopped into Outlaw and was like, hey, are y'all doing Anton while we were, Bakal while we were doing Forest of Awakening Extreme? And we were like, oh, we can. So we did a couple, and then he brought Metal along because he was in his own woods babysitting Metal.
Well, nobody asked him to.
See, I don't know or care about that. I just said, alright, I'll do it. And nobody can say I ain't done shit for someone. And
yeah,
so
just to go back on your earlier question about like, whether he's a pet project or what, it's just I invite anyone here who's belligerent and the epitome of the Dunning-Kruger effect, like the unskilled half of it. So just the worst of the worst in DFO's community, basically, and anyone who's morbidly interested in popcorning and that.
What category would I be in then?
I mean,
I'd enjoy it on that
well,
premise.
that and also people who yap a lot. I mean, they're not necessarily mutually exclusive, but it's just anybody I find interesting, I invite to the server, and it's usually people with an attitude problem and people who talk a lot.
Oh. Well, I'm neither. No, I mean, I do have an attitude at times, and people get on my nerves.
No, I mean, that's not what I mean. People got issues, basically. Well, as Popping put it, I glorify mental illness, which sounds, to me, sounds like an accurate descriptor of the server.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Anyways, but yeah, so we helped your pet project earlier get some raids in, and to his credit, he actually didn't screw anything up or make me have to wait on him.
This is for Anton, right? Or whatever it was.
Bakal hard.
Yeah, I mean, when you're not trying to, laugh at him while giving him advice, or you're Neo and you barely fucking explain anything to anyone properly, then Metal's fine. The problem
To
is
Neo's credit, he brought him along and explained things to him. Not in Outlaw. I was in Outlaw VC. Neo and Metal were somewhere else. But anyways, so Neo so all I'm saying is Neo did help him out. Took him a minute to buy his ticket though. But other than that, no actual problem. There was one time I thought he was dicking around and not getting to the door, but I checked and it was another party had just gotten into that line because they were taking a shortcut to a dragon.
Oh, and it wasn't a 4-man or anything.
No, we actually got enough people that we wound up doing a 9-man and at times an 11-man.
Oh, okay.
So the way I handled it, since Neo wanted me to help, since Neo essentially set this up to help, to get help babysitting Metal, as he put it, I decided to take my satyrs and my DPS.
If he's gonna keep describing it as babysitting Metal, like the implication I'm getting out of it is like he doesn't actually want to do it.
I don't know. I mean, I would say, to be fair to Metal, he did it, and he didn't really complain about doing it. He just got some people.
Well,
to do
I mean, that's you never know with him. Like he doesn't like complaining publicly a lot unless it's somebody he's comfortable venting around. Dude, like fucking half the time he's scared shitless asking us for help. It's like we're like the worst of the worst in DFO's eyes. It's like, why are you walking around eggshells around us? Like, come on.
Who?
Metal.
Oh, I don't know.
Because he's always like sorry to bother you, and then literally every time he returns from an AFK, he's like sorry.
Oh.
He's like sorry. He apologizes for everything.
Something I meant to ask you. Did you also get a message from Benny about Metal's true colors or something?
That was Benny being schizo as usual. When Benny's off his pills, like the entire fucking world is enemy basically.
Okay. I just treated it respectfully and peacefully and was like, and I just listened to him until he stopped talking.
That's what I did, but I also told him why the fuck does it matter if he's doing that? It's like, why does it piss you off? It's a video game, dude. Like, calm your tits.
Yeah, I didn't care.
And like that's Benny said, yeah, you know what, you're right. It's like I don't know why I'm letting this get to me. It's like he's reading into it too much because he reads into everything too much.
Honestly, I just chalked it up to Metal being frustrated and get on the adrenaline of pride. So I was just like, so in my mind, I was just like, he's probably just popping off and wondering where
he literally didn't do anything that justified Benny's ire. He's just, I don't know, I guess he's jealous or some shit, I don't know. Like
Oh,
the closest thing I think of is that he's being schizo about it.
I don't know or care, frankly. I just remember that, and I was like, well,
I
I'll
mean,
ask Recom about it
you
the
cared
next
enough
time
to bring it up around me. So.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, it's not that I don't totally care. It's more of a, I'm curious about this, so I'll ask Freecom.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, passing curiosity is not the same as concern or care.
No, I said that's why I said you cared enough. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean you were being compassionate. Oh, and somebody on the server, I'm not gonna name names, but they sent me an interesting screenshot. They found Metal's Final Fantasy 14 account, and what I'm assuming is like the in-game social media, or like they have like their own message boards on Final Fantasy 14. And apparently, Metal's pissed off a lot of people on the Final Fantasy 14 community, probably just being himself, and actually contemplated suicide to appease these people at one point. And I'm like, yeah, sounds about right coming from him.
I can't say I'm surprised. I'd be lying, and I don't like to do that.
Like, the thing that annoys me the most is that he's never introspected and asked himself why he has so many haters, or quote-unquote haters. It's just, I'll put it this way. Like, he's an annoying person. I just have a high tolerance for bullshit, so I personally don't find him annoying, but a lot of other people do.
Yeah, some people find me annoying.
Yeah, it's like, it's the internet, dude. Grow up. It's like somebody somewhere out there is gonna find you annoying. It's like, it's your job to not give a shit about it.
정령이 득실거리는군. 근처에 레이저가 있다는 뜻이겠지. 놈이 언제 튀어나올지 레이저는 이런 식으로 나타날 줄이야. 작전대로 가보자고.
기습? 저자가 느마오고입니다. 방심하지 마세요.
미천한 분들이 제 공간에 방문하셨다.
The only thing I want from Metal, and the extent of what I care, is that he challenges himself, and that instead of screaming like Chicken Little, he learns. It's okay to be frustrated while learning, but do more studying and practicing than screaming and panic.
I mean, on the other hand, it's a fucking video game. It's like,
Okay, but see, here's the thing: is he's not okay. He doesn't seem to be okay with sucking terribly.
well, yeah, that's what I told him before. It's like, you gotta pick one or the other, dude. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Like, listen, I treat this as he treats it, and he hates his weakness, so therefore, that's how you do it. If he accepts his weakness, I mean, I don't exactly approve. I don't exactly approve of that, but it's his lifestyle choice, and I'll just go, okay, that's what you've accepted.
Yeah, it's like,
Just
I
say
wouldn't
he's
approve
playing
it of either,
something.
but it's like, like, what do I care if he accepts the fact that he's bad at DFO? It's not the end of the universe.
Pretty much.
I think the problem is that, like, I say it's not the end of the universe, but like the reason why he has like quote-unquote enemies in Final Fantasy 14 is because the average MMO player would treat it like it's the end of the universe. That how fucking dare you that you're bad at this game?
You don't know. Maybe he's maybe he's weaponized his incompetence in their raids or something, or their groups.
I don't think he has that, and I don't think he has that level of forethought.
Well, I say that in lack of a better term, but basically what I mean is maybe he's already been a drag on these people and their runs and stuff. So
Oh yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, and instead of just politely declining or whatever, or getting him to egging him on to get good in a polite way, I guess. It's just like, there's like, no, get the fuck out of here, you suck, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what he experienced. He never wants to talk about it, so.
I mean, it is within the community's rights to throw the ban hammer at someone. There are no rules about moderation. Enjoy your ban.
Pretty much, and then he'll end up in a shithole like mine because, everyone else is banning him. I mean, it's an interesting topic to talk about because on the one hand, yeah, you're right. Like, most people are in their rights to kick the guy for being a dingus, but on the other hand, it's like, why can't people be nice for a change or something like that? Like, it kind of sounds to me like just nobody ever gave this guy a chance, like ever, even the first time around.
Well, I honestly agree. Why can't people just be nice? And I've been on the receiving end of not being given a chance, and it does suck. But people made that choice, and they're okay with it, so that's them. As for me, I've given him chances. I've encouraged him to do stuff, and the few times and this time where I threw him a bone, he actually didn't disappoint me. So I consider that
it's like when
impressive.
you don't treat him like a piece of shit, it's like then he's not gonna act like a piece of shit. It's like, wow, big fucking surprise. And it's like in Neo.
Well, I'm not surprised he didn't act like a piece of shit. I am a bit pleasantly surprised though that like I didn't have to yell at him about anything or get on to him.
Yeah, just treat him as you want to be treated in return. I think that's literally it. I think Delphic messaged me like later after that whole thing with Neo, and he's like, quote unquote, helping with this spins with the 63k library. I think Delphic told me he DM'd him on Discord. Said, dude, you're going too fast for metal. You need to tone it down a bit. And he said Delphic told me he said something to the effect that he was like kind of sorry about it, which I kind of have trouble believing coming from Neo. He's just, I'm gonna throw these half-assed explanations at you and assume you know every word I'm saying, and if you don't know anything I'm saying, it's your fault.
Well, I will give a slight defense to that. Explaining things is a skill, and most people aren't good at it.
That's what I told Neo, yeah, and also because
And
English isn't his first language, it kind of muddles things a little bit.
yeah. I don't think Neo's a bad guy. I've never seen him be intentionally malicious or harmful.
I mean, yeah, he's not really malicious. He's just how do I say it? Like an example of what's wrong with the DFO community. Like nobody's really being elitist to be malicious about it. It's just they don't know or care about the effects of what they're doing to other people.
I'd say there's a lack of tact there, but that's about what I'd put it at, or something else.
Yeah, there was I should have saved them. I should have bookmarked the comment, but there was a guy on the DFO subreddit who says that like MMO players, like DFO's player base, they lack sympathy, or they lack empathy and socialization skills and something else that he said, I forgot. But I'm like, yeah, it sounds about right. Like when everyone and the only remaining people in this game are goal oriented motherfuckers and view everyone else as an obstacle, it's like, of course that's gonna happen. And then if your goal is not the pursuit of greater damage numbers, the second that they become available, then you're the weirdo for it.
I don't know. I don't get that with the people I run.
I'm mostly just talking about like DFOG Discord because yeah, I don't get those sorts of people from like 80% DFO Discord, and I think that's kind of the problem with like Metal ultimately is like he doesn't want to go out and find people that'll help him. He kind of just wants everything. He just wants the help to come to him, basically.
Well, that's stupid. Help will never come. I hope will almost never come to you. You need luck beyond the luck to stumble your way into help like that. Or
Yeah,
help
'cause-
problem stuff.
yeah, like a lot of people who come to me for help, I'm like, what kind of fucking journey did you have to take where I'm your last resort? It's like half the people are racist and are bad at DFO, and you want my help? Like, that totally makes sense. It's usually people who have, like, some sort of, like, social ineptitude. Oh, wait, this is a countdown. I don't want to open that here.
안녕하세요. 세리아 키르빈이라고 해요.
Vital box. I like how they give a 25% overall damage potion, and then it's not usable anywhere where it would be useful.
Another reason why I say these event characters don't matter as much as people are making them out to be.
Mhm.
I don't know. People get handed event characters and think they have to maximize it, and it's like, no, go use it to see if you like a character. Or
Yeah,
just go use.
I'm just playing. I'm
just-
just doing this as an excuse to play F Striker because I've been eyeballing her for a while. So
Exactly. I wanted to reconnect with my F grap a little, and I've been busy lately, so I stole her weapon and fucked off.
Hmm.
And would I do it again? Hell yeah, my bender needs this plus 12. Let's go. I'll steal that. I'll steal another weapon and do it just for the fun of it. Why not? Here's the thing. I have all the characters I want to play.
yeah, pretty much.
And as for the new characters coming out, one's a satyr and the other is and the other one is a DPS that's going to come with an event that pretty much Xeroxes them into okayness on top of new class privilege.
Pretty much.
So, like, who cares? It's just like when we got Spectre. People were like, oh, I'm gonna do all this and that and everything. It's like, we all got a pretty good Spectre. Just don't get some ass set up for her.
I can disassemble these. Okay.
Like that's it. That's all people had to do to get a pretty good and to get a pretty decent Spectre out of the event. Just don't go a terrible setup.
Yeah, I mean, the intro event that they debuted her with is kind of a bit harder to do than early 105 cap to get a decent set, but it wasn't that bad. It was just some people who wanted to bum rush getting 12 level 100 epics and then just like fuck off the event and just run with whatever they wanted. And like, okay, you do your bro.
But yeah, that's why I do not care too much about these events. Also, another thing too is, and part of the reason why I chose my F grappler, guess what? She's fixed. She doesn't care about that 12. That 12 is useless to her. What is she gonna do? Powerful energy. There you go. That's the joke. Powerful energy. Know what I mean?
Correct. I don't even know what fucking. I'm just gonna go with whatever talismans they recommend me here. I don't really kind of don't give a shit.
I'd just go look at DF Cat.
It's like I'm not gonna be like super hardcore about F Striker. I just curious.
I
about
don't think
playing her.
I don't think looking at DF cat is super hardcore. It's actually pretty easy. But anyways.
안녕하세요. 세리아 키르빈이라고 해요.
You know, once people start telling me that I'm picking the wrong talismans, then I'll go look. But until then, I don't really give a shit. Deadly punch would.
You wanna know what I'm gonna do that's really gonna piss people off next cap?
What?
If I get a primeval weapon on my Imspit and I don't like the weapon type, I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna diss it.
Hmm.
Most likely.
I mean, it kind of
Alright.
seems like it's just the way they're doing weapons. It's just, oh, here's stat sticks of differing weapon types, and that's about it.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I've already ranked the weapon types for physical and magical male spit, and I play physical. If it's anything lower than the top, than the 3 better weapon types, I ain't using it. Because let me tell you, it's gonna suck to play, and I'm going to not do that because I refuse to sacrifice my fun of playing something.
Yeah, that's always a valid way to play Neoplan.
That's a valid way to do anything.
That's what fucking culmination weapon was for, and then people are like, I more often than not, people are just like, no, use aspect. Like I rarely see anyone say, you can use culmination if you just would rather have fun instead of doing damage.
I mean, I didn't like Imspit's culmination weapon because
Oh yeah, I'm not talking about like any specific one, just like the idea of culmination.
no,
in
I
general.
know you're not talking about any specific one. I'm talking about a specific one. Imspit's culmination weapon was actually kind of cool, but if I wanted to use it, it would mean not using Neil, which we just got back, and like hell, I'm gonna do that. I just got Neil back. Ain't no god or demon that can take it away from me. Not yet, anyways. Let's see how it go. Alright, let's see how KDNF plays out. I might be losing Neil again.
Yeah, I mean, I never really played M-Spit a whole lot, so like I don't really get the whole hype for Neil coming back. Other than I can only assume the old version of him was a really high DPS skill or something like that.
No. Well, yes, okay. Well, with Neil stacking, it was super burst damage, but that's not what made Neil fun. What made Neil fun was Neil was fun. Neil was interesting and unique. That's what made Neil great. Neil was the reason people made an M-Spit, especially over an F-Spit. Neil almost was the class because it was just so unique and also good at times in some caps to male Spitfire. So losing him was a huge blow to class identity.
결투의 매력이란
Yeah, I mean, we were. I mean-
So Neil coming back was everything. Listen, I loved Neil, and I loved Neil the sniper as a skill. It was so fun, and when people showed me Imspit's 3A, when some friends showed me Imspit's 3A, and were like, "Look, Neil's back." You barely got to it. It was a 3A, so already it had a long timer, and you barely got to do anything with it, and it wasn't even really sniper fire. So I actually just did not come back for Mel Spit's 3A because I was so turned off and annoyed that they did that. Nah, I got Neil back, baby. I ain't losing it. I'm using it till I lose it. So that's the Neil hype. The Neil hype is people made M-Spit for Neil. There are people that call mail spit kneel, because that's just how integral the class and the skill was to the class and its identity. And they took that away from us to appease
They
the
took hell of a lot of other things before Neil, so it's just like...
Yes, I know.
I'm just kind of numb to it.
No, I'm not. Also, if you want, I actually did a podcast interview with well, not a podcast. I did an interview with Khan about Mel Spitfire. And he
I
put out
thought
an
about
episode.
like listening to it, and I don't know, I just passed it up for some reason.
Nah, you should. I think it was a really fun episode.
Oh my god, I know how the set bonus works.
We actually didn't even go over everything about M-Spit because there was still so much more that we could have discussed, but we had already gotten an hour and 18 minutes out of the show.
Hmm. Oh yeah, there was a link on that fucking. I think Kanjali had a thing where you can like apply to get interviewed or something like that. Because I'm sure the DFO community would love to hear the mad ramblings of somebody who enjoys DFO's gameplay loop.
So Khan has told me this. I am not to look for people to interview with him, but if people want to interview, then he encourages them to ask. Like, I can't go...
No, yeah, I get that, yeah.
So, but if you want to, if you think it would be interesting, I very much encourage you to do so.
I forgot to... I need to get the link, though, because I don't remember...
Just go message him. Be like, hey, what's your interview?
No, he had like a whatchamacallit, a form or some crap.
Yeah, he had a self-interview thing. I answered.
No, I mean not that. Like it was for like if you actually want to get interviewed. Like he had a different form for that or something like that.
Oh, we'll just go add him.
Oh, here it is.
He's still online.
Oh, actually, yeah, it was just send him a DM.
Just send him a DM. Why are you being so like tiptoeing around?
Because I was under the impression that Kanjali doesn't like me, so.
Well, I mean, we talked about you briefly a few times, and he's never disliked you. Not at all. I've never gotten the impression. And even if he did like you, did dislike you, it wouldn't matter. You'd still be good content. But no, he does not dislike you.
I mean, I was gonna ask him anyway, regardless of whether I did or didn't. I just wanted to go through the proper channels, if they existed.
No. Just DM him then and be like, "Hey, where's the?"
It's just like it's not really like a high priority thing for me. That's why I just kind of forgot.
Yeah, but you should go do it. It'll be
fun.
fun.
I know. He literally just like messaged me just now, so right like a second after I DM'd him. So.
Also, don't mention me. Thanks.
No, yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna mention you, obviously.
I'm so glad I used the last event for my troubleshooter. He is so good to farm gold on.
Well, yeah, because they just throw grenades everywhere and then boom the whole room. Like, of course he's gonna be good.
Huh? No, you misunderstand.
What?
Okay, you misunderstand. I need to help
Oh, let me
you
guess. It's 9 barrels, right?
All right, hold up. You still don't understand, but that's okay. We're gonna help you.
I mean, sure. Like, I mean, I have a troubleshooter, and I don't really know.
I
what I'm
know,
missing
but
here.
you need to understand. I'm gonna give you a simple picture that explains everything. Oh wait, 1 minute.
저는 항상 기다리고 있어요.
Plus 13 elemental damage.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, hold on, wait. I think I have that on my. I have that somewhere. I think it's on my secret
No.
agent.
No, what it is shotgun.
Oh,
Don't look at
shotgun.
don't look at the bat. The
Hmm.
bat, it's nice. It's not important. No, shotgun. End statement. End of statement. That's it. That's the magic. That's the whole reason for the show. Shotgun.
Well, I know some people who got into Troubleshooter because of DNF Duel's characterization of Troubleshooter. He's just, instead of being a stoic guy who throws grenades everywhere and is shitty and grin, he's just a drunkard.
I mean, he is just a drunkard in this.
I mean, he only ever does it once as a buff, and then you don't really do it afterwards. So.
No. He gets drunk and rigs up explosives and a coliseum to ride around on a motorcycle. That man is drunk and having fun.
Yeah, fair enough. It's just like he
Look-
doesn't. It's like when you listen to him in combat, like he doesn't sound drunk. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Wait, are these? Wait. Oh, these already have fucking hands on them. They need to make this. Like, I hope they streamline this a little bit in 115 cap on the leveling of it, because it's like here's gear and then there's more redundant gear on top of it.
Yeah, no, I hate that. Here's the weapon. Okay, now here's the weapon again.
Again, that's not plus.
And
12.
now here's here's the first set they give you is the record set, and then they give you the bleed set, and it's like we don't need the bleed set. Yes, you do. No, I don't.
Put one say on equipment item, sub traits.
I'm not sure. If it's an event character, I'm not sure about people echoing for Ispins or pod carries or Total Wall. I feel like it's easier and faster to just solo it. It's not like you even have to clear level 3 HOD or level 4 HOD. Just clear level 3.
Yeah, like I don't think a lot of people like realize that. It's just you can just do it at any difficulty.
And like for Total War, just open the OP packs and go fight the boss and the mini bosses around the bosses.
Did they give me all these beads when they're literally the same exact fucking chance?
안녕하세요. 세리아 키르민이라고 해요.
Okay, sub traits. I gotta upgrade all this shit first. You know, I know a lot of people hate customs because how confusing and how awful it is to get them. But honestly, I think I'm gonna miss them next cap.
오늘도 좋은 하루 되세요.
So customs at first were definitely confusing. I even got confused by them because I had to like ask my friends a lot when I came back to DFO for like help on what to go with stuff. But eventually you start to recognize and remember what pieces do what and what's the best options. Like, with a bit of thought, it becomes a lot easier. It becomes pretty easy. Just remember some things. Like, remember what pieces you want to see. Learn how to identify builds and what pieces you want you would like to see on those builds.
Yeah, I mean, like, for yeah, in that regard, yeah, it's kind of overwhelming. But the way I saw it, it's like they finally copied Path of, or some aspect of Path of Exile, and I can't even be mad about that. Because I like my gripe with Path of Exile 1 specifically is like I love everything about the game except the gameplay loop. So it's like I love like theory crafting builds, but it's just like god damn it, I hate playing the game. It's like if only DFO had something similar, and then custom epics came around, it's like, oh well, there's the something similar. Damage reduction first, and you were that guys me, because I was, for whatever reason, I was dying a lot in scenario dungeons. Activate sub traits, bulb. Oh, come on, you're not gonna track the quest for me? Well, apparently Kanjali was gonna come to me first for asking if I can be in an interview, which I was not expecting, but he said he'll hit me up later in the week on a topic list or something like that. So even if I didn't ask, I was probably gonna get news about it anyway. Oh, what happened? Alex muted himself, alright. Bastion. Let's see. Why do I keep clicking on that? Learn about insignias, gems. I'm already good on that front. Etrinok, sure.
트레녹은 자유자재로 지진을 일으킨다더군. 방심하지 마라.
사냥감이 나타났군.
더러운 도마뱀 놈이 저기 있군. 저놈이 이
I'm
트레녹
very happy I'm maxing out the Niagu event very
Yeah, because usually like, I saw that it was just a recycling of that a bunch of other events, and just like don't these things usually take forever? Like it actually isn't taking forever this time around.
Yeah, no, I'm quickly blowing through it. I'm already like halfway through stage 3. Cause like I maxed out my legions, by the way, and just if you do like characters at all, it's really not that bad.
모양이지. 이걸 과신한 자는 힘에 무너지는 법이지. 아무래도 놈의 자존심이 제대로 구겨진 모양이야. 놈의 움직임이 빨라졌다. 너희는 어디 가고 구겨진 표정이신가 이 트레녹 나으리. 조금만 더 힘을 내면 놈을 제압할 수 있을 거다. 물러서지 마라.
Honestly, you know what's funny? The normal quests for the Niagu cloud hunting are going slower than the specials because the weekly is time gated behind logging in for 3 days.
Espen's Fusion Stone. Just throw whatever on. What's this? DPS special magic made of your choice. More beads? These are actually better. weapon, elemental plus. It's literally the same
Hello,
thing.
claws.
I was watching Freecom stream
Oh,
at the anyway.
this is so fucking loud. Hold on, wait, give me a sec. I'm gonna have to do that with like everybody who joins this chat. Sorry about that. 70? Okay, sure.
Bro. Yeah.
But why would I want that?
Bro, just burning through the event.
Pretty much, yeah.
Today I contemplated about making a fighter. Decided not to.
Mm.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
what you do, get a fighter to level 110, and then steal their plus 12 weapon for a character you do care about.
I have plus 12 on every character.
Well then,
Well, then it's a free plus 13 attempt.
yeah, just get just attempt plus 13 for your
Yeah,
main.
I don't know why I never thought about that, because wasn't it for a period of time, like, they didn't let you do that? Like, they didn't let you transfer the event weapon?
Yeah,
like-
they stopped care. I don't remember, but like they've clearly stopped caring. And
okay.
as soon as I steal the next one from my soulbender, I'm going to start attempting. I'm gonna start stealing all the event weapons for my Imspit just so I can see what happens.
Mm.
Bro, I play Vagabond. I have 2 plus 12s.
Well, now you can have now you can have a bunch of attempts at plus 13 if you care about that. Or if you don't, that's good too, and you really shouldn't care about that stuff.
Is it even that much of a difference? Like 1 level of reinforcement?
People get
In
their
part-
panties twisted less than a bunch when you're plus 13 and not plus 12.
Does it matter that much plus 12 to plus 13? I don't know the exact percentage, but remember, when a satyr gets involved,
Literally none of that matters, yeah. It's mostly just, do you want slightly more convenience for your solo runs? That's about it.
I mean, it does still matter, like you are going to be even stronger, but like still, a lot of your damage actually comes from the satyr side of it.
Exactly.
But anyways, that doesn't matter. If you know the characters you want to play for probably the rest of the game, then every new event just becomes, oh hey, let's go gambling.
If they ever do like a rogue specific event or like another generic one, I'm probably gonna make a rogue next. 'Cause I've always wanted to play what's her face? Or yeah, rogue. Yeah, I meant to say thief specific event.
If they do a thief event, I will probably level up my necromancer, but I'll just as much likely steal her weapon too. I think that's the better way. I think that's the better way to play, is just decide who you like and then, go for it.
I
Keep stealing
didn't
event
I didn't need events to tell me what to do for that. I'm just like, I already decided on who I wanted to play like 9 years ago. So.
No, not events for deciding who you want to play. Events for, powering up. For like improving the characters you want to play. Like I just
Freecom asked himself, what do I want to play? Everything.
No, I mean not everything. It's like keep me away from fucking big Unga Bunga like AoE classes, which is basically every magic class.
I mean, technically with fusions nowadays, every class is an OE.
No, I mean yeah, but this was a long time ago. Like one of the first characters I fucking played was M Ranger. So he's linear as fuck. It's just usually in games like this, like if I had a choice between like physical or magical characters, I usually go with the physical one.
Oh, by the way, today I finally made the attempt to solo Dusky C4 with my Satyr.
Nice.
Nice. How'd it go?
It took like 12 tries. It's actually harder than it looks.
Mm.
Well, okay, but I got two questions for you. They're important. One, did you learn today?
Welcome to the real world! Time to learn! You gonna learn today!
Did you learn today, Claus? Answer the question.
I'm doing Verge. Literally can't hear you.
Nah, that's fair. I was just being silly. Anyways, so you said you did C4 today on your Satyr solo. So, did you feel like you learned the mechanics and the patterns? Freecom, I think you're gonna have to ask him.
On classy there.
I'm playing Verge. It's like my game is so loud.
He was asking, Hart was asking you if you learned any of the patterns in C4, C4.
Bro, I literally know the patterns. I just suck at dodging.
Yeah, I mean that's about where I'm at with C4 Largo.
So, then, my second question is, did you clear?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, well then congratulations. You went out and challenged yourself and you got better for it. Good
So I
job.
played the Satyr. Literally not enough damage because I have a full buffer build.
Yeah, people thought it was fucking nuts when I switched to shock customs in my M Satyr, and it's like, why are you not using buffer customs? Like, I thought they give you a lot of skill attack, or like buffer skill attack. And it's like, it sure as fuck doesn't feel like it when my sandbag is almost exactly half of my Dark Knights.
No, dude, I went buffer customs on my buffers and no, they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like some like M Satyr quirk or something. Like, I don't know if the buffer lines weren't kicking in because I had Holy Ghost Mace learned or something like that. And I always get mixed answers whenever I ask about it on DFO Discord. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with this.
Someone told me it worked, so I'm gonna trust that person because I trust they know what they're talking.
I've had equal amounts of yes and no, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna like go figuring this out for the rest of the cap. So I just switched to Shug. Learn about records traces, clear mediator of balance. Oh boy.
Yeah, meanwhile my muse and my Imsater does pretty good for himself. Meanwhile, my Muse and my Hekate just kind of explode things, especially my Muse. Although I did be a bit selfish and take a few damage options for my Muse. But it's not like I chose options that wouldn't still be good for buffing.
I mean, for me, I just straight up went for buffing, so that was probably my first mistake.
No. My Muse still has a lot. Basically all of the options for full buffing. So like, I do great damage. Speaking of, I need to swap over my Hekate when we get the new cap because of the change. Currently my Hekate is neutralized Satyr, but that stops walking.
Yeah, I heard they're just like, oh, here neutralizes just how much damage you output now. Like, there's no specific build for it anymore.
Well, so what it is their attacks still have the neutralized value, of course, but now the damage you do influences it. So no more, the Satyrs can just spam, their holds and stuff with with massive boosts to neutralize damage that just won't do the same
I
thing.
hate it when they do that. Like, when there's alternative methods of play, and it's like, no, we're not doing that because we want you to play it the way we think we want you to play it.
I mean, I will say it's a shame they're taking it out because I liked it because it was a different way to play
Yeah, exactly.
buffers. But I will say I understand them because I should not be able to force multiple damage windows on a boss in in-game content. It's silly.
The problem is when they fix stuff, they fix too many things at the same time. So, like, there's like another thing I was gonna bring up is how like they were revising how counter hit state works. So it's like why not they just do something similar for the neutralized state? Like maybe not make it as rewarding, and just let players neutralize anyway, or I don't know, something like that.
Well, what they're doing is, counterattack is no longer constantly active again.
Hmm.
Which, the last time they did that is when holders were really bad, so I'm going to be interested in how that works next game.
When what was really bad?
Holders.
Oh, hold, yeah.
Remember in Luke and in 90 and 95?
Yeah, I remember. It's like
holders,
if they were in a hold state, and technically weren't in counter hit either.
you were not getting your counter hits, and
다시 지갑을 열어야겠네요.
yeah, everyone hated you because they were losing damage, you were losing damage. You know who else was losing damage? The party, because the boss would enrage and smite you.
Yeah, there's that too. Shit, recording.
See, that's actually one more thing before I go to bed. I actually was thinking earlier about your comment on how the new 115 exceed is all bosses from like 100 cap and up, like nothing before, no 95. What's the 95 bosses?
I didn't see a single one.
Yeah, no, it's nothing before 100 cap, and my reasoning is because they would have to they'd have to recode fights to handle the neutralize mechanic. Because remember, like look for example at Luke. If you hit stun or hold Luke too much, he will break out of it and he will use an awakening on you. They would have to code that. They would have to, like, unless they just don't care what happens, they would have to change how the fight works.
Yeah, I mean, I for me, it's just like they have like an anti-hold meter. Like I feel like they could just recycle that. But then again, I think about the programmer side of me thinks like probably nobody knows how to do that anymore. Like get rid of his old like berserk bar and then just like use the anti-hold bar that everyone else has.
Yeah. So the thing is, I did think of something funny though.
What?
Actually, that would piss off everyone so beautifully.
What?
Like you're gonna think this is the most masterclass shit ever. So, if you my gag idea was if you neutralize Luke, he does his counter awakening.
That'd be really troll.
It'd be super troll and just aggressive and annoying. Oh my god. Like, okay guys, we neutralized Luke. Wait, why are we held? Why are we like, oh god, he's punching us. But no, stuff like that is why we don't have anything before 100 cap.
Yeah, I think the mechanics were too different back then.
The game that we play now is very different.
Mm-hmm.
Even the beast wouldn't walk out perfectly. So that's the unfortunate truth behind it, is we probably won't get those things.
Yeah. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
It does suck.
상공인 협의회 엘리브를 찾아주세요.
More dim floating stone, huh?
Alright, I'm gonna hop off. Take care, you know.
Yep, see you around. Your mock battle with Gerda.
You're still on it?
Hmm.
You're still on the mission?
Yeah, I mean, I I made the character day one and burned 273 FP, and then just left it at that until the next day. I'm usually one of those, like when we have leveling events, I spend the FP pots later rather than sooner. I don't know why. It's just a habit I have.
I'm
So,
just playing. I'm just burning some FE and playing after reset,
Hmm.
so I don't have to log in during the day.
Well, I'm not gonna be fucking awake during the day, so that's why I'm doing this shit now. Verge, clear mock battle with Virgo.
라르고님,
Oh no, maybe I'll log in just to see how much the raid prices are.
제신 건가요? 이리온,
Well, I'm gonna be hosting when 4 a.m. rolls around, probably to zero effect as usual for the last 12 weeks.
인간들은 촛불과도 같이 확 꺼버리고 싶거든. 붉은 피와 너의 비명 소리 배어져라.
I wonder how much the sprout effect is gonna affect like the pub population. Probably not all that much if I had to guess.
I mean, I don't think it's about the sprout event. I think it's about the weapon material. I'm pretty sure a lot of people like me are like just forced to do raids now.
Yeah, that's what they've been trying to do. It's like,
왜 그렇게 진지해? 너도 웃어.
But maybe some people just don't care because, as far as I'm aware, this is the last content for the 110 cap.
yeah, so it's like a lot of people are kind of like speculating why I'm getting no people, and it's kind of a combination of I have no standards, and also this is a dead cap. Like people have already declared this cap dead as soon as 115 was announced.
Okay, so that here comes the question: if hard raid is the end of the content, then why the hell am I playing this? Because it will become obsolete, maxing my weapon. Like as soon as
It
the next
actually
cap.
won't, because they're gonna. I've heard they're gonna like make the raid auction relevant to 115 cap after it comes out, which is something they've never done before. Usually they just leave the old raid for dead when the next cap comes out.
But I'm strictly talking about the progression that I gain, like my gear and everything.
Yeah, like there's still going to be progression for, like, you know, the primeval Mu weapon. Like if you're already working on that, like I guess they're gonna treat it as like the pity system for getting a legendary 115 weapon or something like that. Bacall, what is this Bacall weapon? Do I use again? Boxing gloves. Thing. Epic Fusion Stone Box. I'll get to that later.
짜잔! 어때요? 이거 엄청 좋은 거야.
That's nonsense.
Is Brawler you any good?
Is what any good?
Brawler? F Brawler.
I haven't touched mine since 85 cap, so I couldn't tell you.
Like, I know it's mainly about abnormal status. Is that even still
She's
good?
like she's basically if you're not building her for poison damage, you're doing it wrong, as far as I understand it.
Yeah, but like, is abnormal status like even a good thing? Like, is it even strong?
If you specifically build for it, yeah.
Do bosses even take that still? Like, because I know
Yeah,
they
they
don't
still-
care about
they
holds anymore.
They still take. Oh, you mean like stuff like stun? I mean, I guess there's some purpose in stuns for neutralization, but that's not really what I would build her for.
Yeah, because like Grappler became trash just because all bosses are now hold immune.
Mhm.
So yeah, the same reason launchers became trash. But yeah, I'm not too sure about how poison still affects them.
It's just it's a DPS status. You build for it like you do any other DPS status. Read that. Transfer. Throw that shit on. But God, I already have 11 records traces pieces. That's how fast this event is going.
Yeah, it's yeah. I give you the full set epic like right away.
Might as well unbox all of them. Is this not? Oh wait, yeah, I have to do the ability transfer. I'm an idiot. Like, does this not give more fame? Okay, now for the traces after this. I don't want the armor set. I almost did the wrong thing there. Minutes to reset, and I still haven't burned all of my FP yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just doing like WCV and White Cloud Valley and Verge. Whatever burns the most FP. I should just go do some legions. The fucking Ispins.
Dusky Island Fusion Box. You know what? Before I do any of this shit, let me just burn the rest of this crap on Mediator or Library, something like that. Archives. Am I there yet? No, actually, I am. Just barely. Do I not have any fucking materials? Neoprene. Wait, 21.
베니브, 물건 쏟아지지 않게 조심해.
이번에는 어떤 걸 알려드릴까요? 다음에 또 오세요.
Alright. Time to speedrun 80 FP, I guess. And what if this is?